Alright guys, in this problem we're going to do a quadratic optimization problem. We're going to combine it with a little economics. Yeah, so yeah, this is kind of your cross-curriculum thing today. Alright, you got to slip one of those in every now and then. So we got the total cost of producing some toasters. You'll notice that this is a quadratic function. So it looks something like this. We got a y-intercept of 25. I doubt it ever goes down to a negative and then probably goes up. Now that should make sense. At the beginning, your first toaster is going to be pretty expensive because you got to buy the equipment, you got to pay the guy to make it, right? You got to pay his salary. So you're going to pay some money for that first one. Now the second one is going to be a little bit cheaper because you already got the dude, right? You already got the dude that's working. You already got, you know, the machinery. Maybe you're the dude, so maybe you don't pay yourself. I don't know. But, you know, with the second one, the third one, they're going to be cheaper and cheaper because all you had to get then was the material for the second one and the third one. Now, as you get to more and more, it's going to get more expensive because as you try to expand your production, obviously you're going to then need to spend more money. Maybe you need to buy more machinery. Maybe you need to buy a bigger place to put it. Maybe you got to pay more dudes to make the stuff, right? So anyway, it should kind of make sense that there's going to be some minimum point. Now, there's also an equation here that says the selling price of each toaster is this. And so that's the price of one toaster. Now, that decreases with the number of toasters that you have. Now, why should that decrease? Well, simple case of supply and demand, right? If there's only one of these things in the whole entire world, it'd probably be pretty expensive. It doesn't matter how much it costs to make it. However, if you've got one of those in every single house on the planet, it's probably going to be a little bit cheaper because people aren't willing to pay as much. It's very common, okay? And so therefore, that makes sense, that the more you have, the cheaper they get. All right, so let's go ahead and now try to maximize the total profit. First thing we need to know is that profit is going to equal our income, or the money that we earn, minus the cost, okay? Or our sales minus the cost of production. So we've got equations for those. You have to be careful here because the income is not just 44 minus 1/5 x. That would be really embarrassing if I completely left that there. That's one toaster. But how many toasters are we making? X. And so we're going to put an x in the front, right? Because that x means that I'm going to multiply the cost of one toaster by the number that I make. And that will give me the total amount of money that I earn for the day. Okay, then we're going to subtract the total cost, which then is going to be 1/10 x squared plus 20x plus 25. Now I'm going to go ahead and simplify both of these a little bit. So I'm going to have a 44x minus 1/5 x squared. I'm going to distribute that negative to everything. I'm going to be really careful with this because I would hate to do it. See, I almost did it because I'm talking. Okay, minus 20x. I would hate to make a silly, embarrassing mistake like that for all the world to see. So here we go. Let's combine the like terms. I'm going to combine the 1/5 and the 1/10. 1/5 is the same thing as 2/10. So negative 2/10 and negative 1/10 would give me negative 3/10 x squared. I've got a 44x and a minus 20x, so that's going to give me a plus 24x, and then I got a minus 25 at the end there. Okay, so there we go. Now this one is a negative quadratic with a negative intercept of 25, which means it's probably going to look something like this. That means for the first few, if you only make a couple, you're going to be losing money, right? Somewhere in the middle, you're going to be making money, and then if you make too many, then you're going to make a lot less because they're going to be selling for less, they're going to cost you more. So there you go. There's our profit equation. So now we need to maximize it. We need to find the x value. So I'm going to get the x value by doing negative b over 2a. So that would be negative 24 over 2 times negative 3 over 10. Now I'm going to simplify that real quick. I told you I was going to be quick. You can check over my work there, but I put the b and then the a into negative b over 2a. We end up getting a value of 40 for the x vertex. Now we're going to take that 40, plug it back in, find out if I do 40, how much money am I going to make? Well, actually, I already answered the question. I need to make 40 toasters. But let's find out how much money we'll make. Man, Mr. Bauer, are you fast? There we go. Profit of $455.